Hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. If you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Kim Dent, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I teach people how to make adorable greeting cards with cardstock and stamps and inks and ribbon and what else? Markers, Stampin' Blends. I love teaching crafters how to make quick and easy cards, and every once in a while you'll see me pull out a few stops where I make a really fancy card with a fancy fold or a special technique. So thanks for tuning in. If you're hopping in, please say hello. That way I know you're joining me tonight. And while you're doing that, I am going to sync my laptop right away because I have so much to share with you tonight. Hello, Gail. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Mom. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I've got so much to share. Hi, Carol. I'm gonna share with you some cards that I had ready for we made at my stamp classes this week. If you're in the St. Louis area, I teach stamp classes every single month at Zion Lutheran Church, and which also has a coffee shop in the lower level called Higher Grounds. They're usually on the second Friday and Saturday of the month. This month I had to switch it up a bit, so that's why we had it this weekend. But in just a second, I'm going to show you, if you weren't at my stamp classes, I'm going to show you a calendar that maybe you can take a snapshot of so you know my upcoming dates all the way through June. So, hello, Mr. Dent. Looks like we are just about there, so hold on. Hi, Karen. Oh, here we go. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jill. I am so glad that you were able to join me tonight, Jill. Jill wasn't able to make it to stamp class this weekend, so she's one of the reasons that I'm going to share all of my cards that we made yesterday. Hello, Valerie. How are you today? Okay, hold on one second. Before I get started, I want to remind all of you that this sweet promotion, which it doesn't look like I flipped, hold on. There you go. Celebration is coming to an end on February 28th, and I am sad to see it go because it's always fun to have some extra perks during a special promotion. So if you haven't ordered yet, make sure you do it by next Monday, because that's when all of the wonderful Stampin' goodies from the celebration promotion will go away, February 28th. And there are a couple of ways, if you're brand new to my YouTube channel or my Facebook group, there are a few ways or a few perks that you can order between now and Monday. You spend $50 or $100, you get to pick free items, and there's no limit out of this little catalog. There's DSP in there. There's a lot of DSP. I had a customer tell me yesterday she thinks there's more DSP in here than usual, which I agree. There's a lot of different DSPs available, along with some adorable stamp sets. Some of those you're going to see me use tonight. And what else can I tell you? Oh, the second thing, there is a beautiful stamp set, which you're going to see on a card that I made. I've shown it, but we made it yesterday in class, called Calming Camellia. If you have a $300 order, or if you collect $300, like you and two girlfriends to get together and you say, oh, I need a couple of Stampin', some cardstock or some adhesives. You put that all together with a $300 order. You get this beautiful stamp set called Calming Camellia. And then the third perk is between now and Monday, February 28th, if you sign up to be on my team, which I'd love to have you. I have 40 girls on my team. There is a special promotion where you can sign up. You get $125 worth of product for $99. You get to pick during celebration 2 free stamp sets of your choice. So it ships, that your kit would ship for free. You get to pick whatever you want for your kit. It ships absolutely for free. And then every order after that, you automatically get a 20% discount, and then it goes up from there. So with every order, whether if there's a promotion going on where we have a sale that's product is 20% off, you get that sale price as a demonstrator, and then you would also get the 20% off on that as well, the discount as well. So, and there's a lot of other things I would love to share with you. If you have questions, please ask me, but don't wait till Tuesday, March 1st, because the sale or the promotion will be over. So I'm going to flip my camera down now because I talked about that calendar. I used to do this a long time ago before COVID. Seems like a long time ago. I'm going to show you this little calendar that I have. And if you weren't at class yesterday, or if you're brand new and you're just now finding me and you'd like to maybe try out one of my classes, the first time you join me at one of my stamp classes at Zion, it's absolutely for free. And then every time after that, your class fee is $10. We make 5 cards, just like I'm going to show you in a bit. And then if you place a $25 order before shipping and tax, I give you a $5 class credit. So that means your class would be $5. 5 cards, $5. You can't beat that. And then the other way you can get a class credit is if you bring a friend or a new friend. A lot of people, they brought me so much business, and that's how my business has grown, is because of people like you bringing new people, new crafters to my classes. So if you bring a new friend, or if you spend $25 before shipping and tax, you get a $5 class credit. You can't even do that at the dollar store anymore because now their cards are at least $1.25. So if you're interested in more information about my classes, or I'm going to flip my camera down and you can see the class dates from now till June. And then after that, I'll make a new one. So hold on tight. I'm going to flip the camera around. And then hopefully you will get a chance to take a picture of my class card. Okay, there it is. I'm going to put the light on it. I hope you can see it. So all of these dates are the second Friday and Saturday, oh my goodness, Saturday of the month. Sorry guys, my camera holder. Second Friday and Saturday of the month. I hope you can see it, but just in case, I'm going to call it out. It's Friday, March 11th and Saturday, March 12th. Friday, April 8th and Saturday, April 9th. Friday, May 13th and Saturday, May 14th. And then June 10th, Friday, June 10th, and Saturday, June 11th. And you can see the Friday night classes all begin at 6 p.m. And then the Saturday classes, there's 2, and they are at 9 a.m. And then I do the same class again at 1 p.m. Oh, let's see if I can center that a little bit better. I tried to pull it up. There we go. I hope you can see it. Give me a oh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Yeah, we have a good time, and I have a great group of gals that are on my team right now. And so a lot of people think that, they've got to do what I do if you sign up, and that is absolutely not the truth. All you have to do is to join is purchase a kit, and then you can be your very own best customer. There is no obligation to do what I do. And I found out recently, I believe the majority of the demonstrators for Stampin' Up do become demonstrators just to get the discount. They don't do what I do, but you're absolutely, if you're interested in making a little bit extra money, you can absolutely do that too. Or if you love traveling around the world, like I have done through Stampin' Up after I built my business up. So there you go. Take a snap of that, and I hope to see you at one of my classes. I'm gonna share now the 5 cards that we made at my classes this weekend, and some of them probably, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll recognize. This sweet little mouse card is so adorable, and this was done, this little mouse with the cheese was made from the host set, Mischievous Mice, which is in the January through June mini catalog as a host set. And somebody asked me, well, how do you get it? Is that the only way? That is the only way. You would have to place a $150 order or collect $150 worth of orders, and then you can pick the stamp set for free. So I did this recently on a Facebook Live. If you want to learn how to do it, go back, I think 1 or 2 weeks to see how I made this cute little mouse, mischievous mouse. I love this. This one is Calming Camellia, and I made this one also on a Facebook Live. And this was done with Petal Pink and Smoky Slate, and we used the Stamparatus, and it was so easy to do. So very easy. And then the Wink of Stella adds a little bit of shimmer to it, along with the iridescent rhinestones. So I love this set, and I had more than one person yesterday at class say that this stamp set is much, using the stamp set in person, it's much prettier than it is in the Celebration catalog. So this is the one that if you have $300 in orders, or you place a $300 order, you get it absolutely for free, and it's got a lot of pretty words in it too. This one, here we go. This is done with the Celebration products that the DSP called Daffodil Afternoon. Let's see if I can get it in the camera a little bit better. Am I going off camera? Come on, Kim. This pretty DSP I want to show you. Here's another variation of it. Look at this one. So last week, if you watched my Facebook Live, you saw where I was showing you how to make quick and easy cards. I love quick and easy cards because I call myself Last Minute Lucy all the time. Even though I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm always, seems like, you know, it's time to go to a party and I don't have a card. And so I love having these cards around. It's the same idea as I showed you last week in the Facebook Live, where you take DSP, which is the showstopper, and then you take a label die, like this one. This one is from Ornate Frames. And you can cut these out ahead of time so that you've got plenty of extra ones on hand. And then a stamp set with words. So you can see this Happy Birthday is from Special Moments. It is another celebration offering, I guess you could call it. I love word sets, so it was one of the first things that I had out of Celebration. It's got a ton of wonderful words, and happy birthday. We all need birthday cards. One thing I shared at my stamp classes this weekend was my friend Valerie, who's watching tonight. After we made the cards last week, when I was making the quick and easy card last week, this piece right here is just a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And Valerie suggested that I run that through, and I said, this replicates ribbon. It grounds it, it makes it, I don't know, there's just a way where this label looks like it's, I don't know, it's more than just this label. This imitates ribbon. And Valerie suggested that I run this through an embossing folder, and I'm so glad that she did. Smart girl. This is ran, if you can see, I think you can see, this, I ran this teeny little strip through the embossing folder, Pretty Flowers, and look how it makes it pop. And then the iridescent, so with embellishments, a label die, a word set, and some pretty DSP. Oh, I can see I'm not in the camera. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble tonight, girls. There you go. There you go. Okay, and here's the other one, the darker DSP, which is just as pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna pull my camera up. Maybe that's why I'm having a little trouble tonight. Okay, the last card, or no, not the last card. These two cards are the cards that I'm going to demonstrate tonight, hopefully. Oh, girls. This one, I got the idea from Patty Bennett. Patty Bennett is an amazing demonstrator out of, I believe she lives close to San Diego, California. And she did something similar to this, and I saw it on Pinterest and adored it. I love the Ladybug. I love that this was done with the Stitch So Sweetly die, because you've all heard me say this one has the stitching plus the cute scallops on it. And then the paper on here is from Pattern Party paper, and it is in the back of the annual catalog. It's also a host reward, so you have to have $150 either in orders or $150 order yourself, and you can pick this humongous pack of awesome DSP. I wanted to show you, there were two, well actually there are four, because I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So it's double-sided paper, and this one has the cute little flowers. Here you can see I stamped some of, this is in the stamp set, lovely, or Little Ladybug. There's Flirty Flamingo, there's flowers that kind of replicate these little flowers over here, and I stamped those in Flirty Flamingo. And then look at this one. This is a cute little one too with the stripes. And there's that ladybug that I'm going to show you how to make in just a minute. So isn't that cute and pretty quick and easy? So there was the fourth card, and then the fifth card we made was this one. This is done with the Flowering Fields DSP. I had to think for a second. And then the Flowering Tulips stamp set. This is a two-step stamp set. I'm going to make it for you tonight. I love anything floral, so, and then I'm going to show you a cool technique when I make this card. So hold on just a minute, and I'm going to pull out my little kit. So the card base is Poppy Parade, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then we're going to take that Pattern Party DSP. Now I wanted to show you the flip side. Stripes are the little floral, but if you flip it, look what you get. Polka dots, or look at these cool flowers, black and white. So black and white on the flip side, and a party on the other side. Okay, we're gonna play a little game. I am going to ask you all which one you would like to see me make. Would you like to see stripes or the flowers? If you're there and you're watching, comment and we'll see which one is the most popular. I'm going to keep going. You comment below and let me know which one. Should you see me do this one or this one? All right, you also need 2 pieces of 3 3/4 by 5. One is for, we're gonna cut out with the Stitch So Sweetly die. And then 1 3 3/4 by 5 is in the inside of your card. And here's the Stitch So Sweetly die that I used. This is one of the dies I love. Stitch So Sweetly is an awesome set of dies in the annual catalog. And then I used 2 1/2 by 3 3/4 to stamp the ladybugs. And then I'm going to show you a trick with this one. This is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, both of these. So here we go. Here, oh, I didn't do that. 4¼ by 11. Here's 2 pieces of 2½, by 2½. These are 4 by 5¼ I didn't mark that one. 4 by 5¼ 2 pieces of 3¾ by 5 and a 2½ by 3¾ All right, I'm not seeing any comments. I'll just pick one. Here we go. 4¼ by 11. I think I'm gonna take the stripes. I'm gonna put it on, use my Stampin' seal. Okay, I have already cut out using my scallop, Stitch So Sweetly die. I'm gonna pull out, I just like to use my little Pierce mat to stamp on. I'm using Wishing You the Happiest Birthdays from the stamp set Happiest of Birthdays. I'm using the the ink pad, sorry, Poppy Parade. So you all have seen me do this before, especially if I have a big stamp. I like to ink it up this way. And I just inked this one up. Oh, here's my commercial on the re-inkers. These little re-inkers, I think they're like $3.25. They are worth every penny, because what happens when you purchase a ink pad and you don't purchase the re-inker, when this ink pad, especially if it's a color that you use a lot, when this ink pad goes dry and you don't have one of these, it's like you're sad, because if it goes dry, it's no fun to stamp with a dry ink pad. Anytime you purchase an ink pad, make sure you purchase a a re-inker. This is Poppy Parade. And I would highly recommend, if you are in love with any of our in colors, the in colors that are going away are Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Magenta Madness. If you love any of those colors, make sure you have your re-inker, because what's going to happen in April is the retirement list is going to come out, and usually those re-inkers for our ink colors, those are the first things that sell out. So make sure you've got a re-inker for each of those ink colors. Okay. Gonna stamp this up high. Ta-da! I'm going to set that to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to show you, this is a tip. We're going to stamp the ladybug, and then I'm going to share another tip. So I had been watching YouTube, imagine that, and I watched a very talented demonstrator. Her name is France Martin, and she goes by Frenchie, and she shared this tip about using our punches. So this punch is the coordinating punch that goes with, oh, here, Hello Ladybug. Isn't it adorable? There's the body, the wings, the polka dots for the wings. Here's a cute little ladybug. And then some words and a big leaf. I believe this one, this daisy or flower, coordinates with our medium daisy punch. Isn't it cute? You can bug me anytime. May your greatest wish come true, my friend. Hello. So this is an adorable stamp set, and it coordinates with this punch. And so what France Martin said was, here's a tip. She took a piece of black cardstock and she punched it out. And she used this like a template. So do you see what I'm gonna do there? I'm putting the black, the template on top of my basic white cardstock. And then she took the stamps and she inked up the little wings. I'm gonna try to do this without sticking my head in the camera. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I did that in Poppy. Well, I did it, and the card that I have, I did it in real red, but I think it's going to look cute in Poppy Parade. And then she took the little body, the ladybug body, and inked it up. Whoop. This in the little holes. Oh, I missed his wing. Well, you get the idea. So this allows me to, did I do that right? Yeah, I did. You can stick in the whole thing at one time and then give it one punch. And you've got, oh, and I didn't do the black dots, but you guys get the idea. I'm going to go on and I'm going to show you some that I already made. So on the card that we made, I'm going to put the lid on this because I know. On the card that we made yesterday or this weekend, I stamped this little ladybug just like I showed you with Memento black ink. It was real red, and then there's a stamp for his black or her little black dots. What I'm gonna and that was a wonderful tip by if you like stamping and punching, and sometimes you have a hard time, like if you don't get it in there and then you're punching and there's all sorts of pieces going all over the place. I just thought this was a really smart idea. So I shared that this weekend, and I wanted to share it with all of you. Adorable little ladybug. But for this card today or tonight, we're gonna take the real red cardstock, and I'm gonna open up my Memento ink again, and I'm gonna get here are the polka dots, and all I have to do is ink it up. Is that right? Oh wait, here we go. And my friend Vicki Todd was the one who shared this, and I really like the way of I like this way better. I like the way it looks. So and it's faster. So thank you, Vicki, if you're watching tonight. I like the look of this one better. I think it's that extra white on there that, something about it. So there you go. And I'm still not seeing comments, guys. It's making me so sad. I'm gonna keep going though. So this little ladybug, or the other one, oh, here's one that I made where I punched out the body, but I stamped his wing, or stamped her wings. And then you can see the difference on this one where we stamped the body and the wings. I like this the best, so thank you, Vicki. So I'm just gonna take my little pieces and I'm gonna close up this ink pad. And all I have to do now is get myself some dimensionals. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I think this card is so cute, and it's so fun, like yesterday and Friday and Saturday, getting together and watching my stampers come to classes, and they all have different ideas. So after I assembled this one, I'm going to show you another variation of this card, which you're going to love. Let's see, I think I had this guy, yeah. I didn't pop up the little ladybug because I popped up the white piece. Look how adorable. And look, on this one, there aren't any embellishments. Can you believe that? No bling, which you certainly could add bling, but this is adorable. So now I want to show you some ideas that my stampers had this weekend. I had a few girls say they weren't crazy about the little ladybug, and they left it off. So I decided this afternoon to make their one. I think this was maybe Paula's idea. I'm not sure. No, Paula liked the black and white polka dots. Isn't this cute? And with a little bit, I think on this I'd have to add some bling. But isn't that cute? That is just plain. And then I believe it was Mackenzie on Friday night. Look what she did. Now, she did not have this little black strip, but that was the flip side of that pattern party paper. Look how cute that is, especially if you love reds and blacks and whites, which I do. This is Puppy Parade, but it's close to the, it's in the red family. Isn't that sweet? And quick and easy. I just cut, this DSP is 2 3/4 by 4. And then this little piece of black, it's a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4, or a little shy of that, because I didn't want it hanging up. Sometimes, when you've got older eyes, I try to cut these a little bit shorter, but I think I did an okay job there. It looks like it matched up, but yeah, and some red, I don't know, you could put a red bow right here. So isn't that fun? All sorts of ideas come come from the crafters who come to my stamp classes. So I hope you like that. I hope you like the tips on the little ladybug. And now we're going to move on to the next card, which is this one. The beautiful tulip, flowering tulip. The kit for this one is you're going to take a piece of Calypso coral, which is 4 1/4 by 11, and scored at 5 1/2. And then you're going to take a piece of, this is from the Flowering Fields DSP, and both sides look really pretty. So this piece is 1 1/2 by 5 7/8. The piece that goes behind it is 1 3. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Got to get my little ruler here. Oh no, it is. I did. I thought I made a boo-boo, guys, but I didn't. I made, just for a little variety, I made both of the pieces, the layering piece as well as the DSP. I made them 5 7/8, and that's a good example of when I didn't want it to go all the way to the very edge. You've got to cut it just a little hair shy. So 1 1/2 by 5 7/8, and 1 3/4 by 5 7/8. This is your inside, 3 3/4 by 5, or you can always do 4 by 5 1/4. This is the piece we're stamping on, 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And then this one, I thought when I was creating this card, this is a Kim original. I thought it needed, or I looked good with a little pop of black behind that stamped image. So this is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then the last piece, which is Poppy Parade, 3 7/8 by 4 1/8. I'm going to let you take a picture of that. Okay, before we get started, I want to tell you that this stamp set is a beautiful stamp set, and for some reason I am not seeing my stamp case, but it's in the mini catalog, January through June, and it is the Flowering Tulips and Flowering Fields. So I'm going to take my Calypso Coral, and I'm going to take my piece of Poppy Parade, and I'm just giving it a skinny little piece. I like to do that. I don't like it right against the edge. Usually when you see me, or if you'll see my cards, I always, if I've got a layout like this, I've always got a little bit of the card base on this side peeking out. And then we've got 1.5 by 5 7/8. And there's that DSP. I think I might, yeah, let's try it like this. I saw a couple of the girls using this piece that Valerie did. And it turned out, it looks very pretty. So that's the flip side, Stampin' Up's DSP, or I talked about this this weekend, that DSP is another word for designer series paper, or another, what's the word? The DSP stands for designer series paper, which is also a fancy name for scrapbook paper. So if you're new to stamping, DSP, scrapbook paper. I'm going to go ahead and layer my basic black onto my Poppy Parade. Get it centered on there the best that I can. And now I'm going to stamp for you. So the stamp set is a 2-step stamp set. And what that means, it's going to take 2 images to create, well, it's going to take more than 2, but like for the flower, this flower, is flower head, is that the right word? It takes 2 stamps to create the bold outside detail line, as well as the lighter one on the inside. So 2 stamps. And I am going to try someone on Friday said it looks, Kim, like more like a poppy than it does a tulip, and I kind of agreed with her. So I'm going to try Poppy Parade instead of Calypso Coral. We used Calypso Coral this weekend. So the first one is it looks more like the detail, the outline. And I'm going to stamp it towards the top of the cardstock. I think I like it. Okay, now this one is the one that's going to fill it in. And this one I'm going to stamp off. And all that means is I'm taking, here's a scrap piece of paper. And I stamped off, so it's going to be lighter. So it's the same tone, but it's just a lighter version of it. And then because it's photopolymer, I can see right through there. Ooh, I like it. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this teeny little stamp, and I'm going to use Memento. This is probably why it looked like a poppy, because I used the black. I'm not sure, like I think tulips, you can have tulips that have like this black, I don't know what these are called. I need to look up my parts of my flowers. There's that. And now we're going to use Old Olive. And I'm going to ink up the stem. Let's see, I can do it like this. And then I'm gonna get the leaves. So you could do this in all different colors. I just happen to like the bright. Let's see, I think I have this one going this way. I'm gonna use all different colors because tulips come in all different colors. And there, I can also see like the, oh, so this was the only thing that I was like, not really crazy about. I didn't like that this was white on the inside. So what I did was I decided we would use Wink of Stella, which, where's my wink? Here it is. Here's my Wink of Stella. And this, whatever they use to make Wink of Stella, not only makes it sparkly, but if I touch this against the water-based ink, I hope you all can see what's happening. It almost becomes like watercolor. And I was able to fill that in. So I felt like it looked more realistic. So there you can see where I've done the leaves and the stem. I'm gonna clean this off a bit on the side, and now I'm gonna go into the Poppy Parade and fill that in. Now the one thing I'm gonna avoid is I'm gonna stay away from that memento, because if you touch the Wink of Stella to, especially if it's, you know, you've just inked it up, or if it's a juicy memento ink pad, it has a tendency to make it bleed like gray, and it's not pretty. So I'm gonna really try to avoid that. You know what I probably should have done? Filled this in first and then stamped the memento. But, oh, so pretty. I do like it in Poppy Parade. Just a little bit different. There's Calypso Coral, and there's Poppy Parade. Both colors, you know, obviously I'm using in the card, so it's going to coordinate. Oh, I forgot one. This little piece is like a little sprig of grass, I think. So I used Mossy Meadow for it. Oh, so, ooh, I love it. Okay, watch how it pops when I put it against the basic black. I'll move this out of the way. I'm going to take there we go. We've got this layer already. Oh, and I almost forgot. There, do you see something that's missing? It's the brushed brass butterflies. And the brushed brass butterflies, I've been saying this all weekend long, so I said it's quite the tongue twister. So brushed brass butterflies, they're $10. You get 80 of them. I talked about this because I know I have some customers who are not crazy about embellishments, or they don't like their cards, you know, to be layered up. And so, especially if, like some of the girls will say, well, when I put it in the mail, if you put like pearls or diamonds on it, a lot of times if it goes through the post office, when they cancel it, you know, those pearls will pop right through your envelope. And oh my goodness, I'm having trouble. What one of my stampers shared this weekend, Tina, shared that what she does, if you've got a card, of course, I have to have embellishments almost on every single card that I make. I like bling, and so I usually put something on it. But so what Tina shared was, she takes, when you've got a card with, like, look, see these iridescent rhinestones on there? See how that, if you put it through the mail, that's more likely when it runs through their machine, it's going to poke through the envelope. What she does is actually she said cereal box, but I take just a piece of cardstock and lay it on top of this, and then put it in the envelope, and then it protects those pretty embellishments. But for the brushed brass butterflies, what's cool about them is they're flat, and they have adhesive on the back of them. So if you are a stamper who's not crazy about having poofy cards, get yourself some brushed brass butterflies, because they're flat and they are oh so pretty. And they come in, I think there's 2 sizes, large and small, and they do have adhesive on the back. Oh, so pretty. Okay, all I need now is dimensionals. The tulip, the Flowering Tulip set has wonderful words that go with it. But it's always nice, like on this one, I could turn this into just about any kind of card. A get well, thinking of you. I usually stay away from like bright colors for sympathy cards. But look how pretty it looks against the flip side of that. So this side is the polka dots, and then look how pretty. So you could put words here if you want, or you could just leave it blank and then put your message on the inside. You could also stamp a pretty tulip right there. That would be sweet. And then don't forget to stamp on your envelopes, because it's always fun to get a decorated envelope, or mail, of course, a beautiful card in the mail, but it's always fun to see a decorated envelope. So here we go. Those are our cards for tonight's girls. I'm going to flip the camera around. Got quite a little mess here. Hold on. I couldn't see any comments. It makes me sad, because that's the fun part about stamping for all of you. So I have to go back and look at all the comments. If you have a question, you can always comment in this feed, or you can always send me an email or give me a call. I love to talk on the phone, or send me a text or a Facebook message. So I hope you enjoyed the cards. If you're interested in signing up for next month's card class at Zion Lutheran, please contact me. I'd love to have you join us. And I also like to say all the time that our card classes, everything is cut, and I like to say neatly organized. So all you do when you arrive is you bring your stamping supplies, which is adhesive, bone folders, scissors. If you have a Pierce mat, you can bring that. If you have Stella, don't forget that. But you don't have to, because I always have plenty of Stella. But you are, it doesn't matter if you're beginner and just starting out. And if you're just starting out and you don't have any supplies, I always have extra at my stamp classes. So they're fun. It's a great group of stampers. I have men and women who come to my stamp classes. So contact me if you'd like to join me next month. In the meantime, have a wonderful week. God's blessings. Bye-bye.